Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica Emery, the happy CEO who loves to catalyze women's dreams into cash flow. I love to take dreams that are on women's hearts and bring them to life through co-creation and using our imagination, high ticket offers, you name it, all of the things. We are here to play full freaking out. And I'm just getting back from an entrepreneurial event that was downtown here called The Next Chapter. And especially where we're stepping into 2025, it's still January. Many are stepping in with projections, things that they desire to do. Some are calling them goals. I like to call them, energetic projections. It's just more fun. It just is a little bit more magical. And we get to start creating this. Like, we get to decide what this year looks like and really truly step into it. Now, many, as we know, step forward and then by February they take 2 steps back, right? Because people are typically getting so caught up in their old routines, which all the subconscious programming where people are comfortable, right? You go back to where you're comfortable. This is why, I was going to say millionaires, lotto winners, right? That win millions of dollars, they can't hold that money. So like you hear about the people that win the lotto and then they go right back to where they were. Like all of a sudden you hear they're bankrupt. They lose all of their money because they can't hold it, because they go back to what they know and where they're comfortable. It's just how we're programmed. It is literally like a thermometer. You've been in a room, right? Like you go away, like I went downtown today, or you go away to female entrepreneurial summit, personal development, thing, and you're so freaking lit up. You're like, woo, like I could do anything. I am on freaking fire. And you come back and you're like, yes, I'm going to implement like all the things. I'm off to the races. And then before you know it, right? How much did you really, really implement? I mean, you took away a lot, but like you are like here high and then you go low. How many have been to a Tony Robbins summit? Oh my gosh. Like being in one of his rooms, I went to Business Mastery. It is just like crazy town. The energy that you feel when you are there. But like I said, then you come back and before you know it, it's not the same. This is why I love and believe in always surrounding yourself with other big dreamers and people that are moving and shaking and just going after their dreams, because that is going to keep you. So as you're going to go back, because by yourself, you don't have anyone to hold you accountable, right? It's just easy. So you start going to the gym first of the year. And you're like, woo, I'm doing the thing. And then all of a sudden a day, goes by and you're like, I think I'm just going to sleep in. And then the next day goes by and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to sleep in again because I am comfortable. You don't have anyone meeting you at the gym, an accountability partner, or somebody that's holding you accountable. Like right now for YouTube, I've got 2 friends, my accountability partners, and we all have a Voxer thread going, and every single day we do our video, our vlog, and then we drop it into our group chat, accountability, right? And now it's actually becoming really fun. So things can become really fun when you have that accountability because you are showing up for yourself and the things that you're doing become easier. So things in the beginning, whether it's the gym, whether it's starting YouTube, whether it's whatever it is, it's going to be hard. And we actually like that challenge at first, right? Stepping in and doing something different and challenging ourselves. But then the ego's like, but you don't have to. You don't have to do this. You don't have to show up for this. And you go to war with your mind. You listen to what your mind and your ego has to say versus your heart that's like, get healthy. Today we talked a lot about intuition and getting out of our heads and dropping into our hearts and listening to what our soul desires and what it wants and allowing it to lead. Now, this is very difficult when you've been up in your headspace for a very long time. Like programmed forever. I mean, we've been programmed since we were kids, right? In school, like, don't do that. You shouldn't do that. Be quiet. Like all of the things we still have that little inner child within us that's still like, I want to play all day. And all you have to do is tap into her because she is still there. There are just layers and layers and layers on top. So when you can identify and recognize, like, all I have to do is turn the station and move into just a different station, like a different zone. Like, it is you recognizing that it is not you, actually you, like your heart, your inner child, your soul, whatever you want to call it, like, that is speaking. And I always tell my ego, like, you can take a back seat, I'm driving. Okay. So I can recognize it very quickly now because I've been doing this work for so long that isn't serving me. So I'm going to go with my intuition. I've also learned to trust in my intuition so greatly that it just leads me. And when your intuition leads you, when you allow it, you get all the other stuff out of the way. And this requires some work, by the way. This isn't just like you blink 3 times and all of a sudden, no. You have to literally like go to the root first. Trees are above ground and they grow infinitely. Like, there's nothing that prevents a tree from growing, right? It doesn't have, limiting beliefs saying, stop growing, you're not good enough, or whatever. But where does a tree go first? It goes to the dark, to the cold. The roots go down before that tree goes up. So humans have to do the same. You got to dig into what are your blocks? What is the subconscious programming that someone else gave you? Whose beliefs are you holding on to that are not your own? Identify your own, and then you are off to the races. Then you can grow and expand up, right? So you go to dark to go to light. Like, you shine a light on your shadows, and then you can move. And when you plug in to other women that are moving, that are shining their lights on you, there is no going down. That thermometer I was talking about, you are going to stay high vibe, high temp. There is no dropping that temperature because you are running. And the things that you can create are out of this freaking world. Also, you will get clarity because a lot of times when you're by yourself and it's you and your ego and all your subconscious like programming and all of your old patterns that you're going back to, you feel like you're just in this freaking loop. And a lot of times it's a scarcity and lack loop too, where there isn't enough, nothing's ever working out for me. Your life is a mirror of what is going on within you. So this is why people that are manifesting, that are in alignment, are just like, woo, like everything is always working out for me, because it is. But if you believe nothing is working out for you, it won't. So this is all belief and trust within yourself. And again, when you're with women where things are working out and there is that belief factor, even if you do not believe, you can try on someone else's belief. And you can adopt that as your own until you get there, and you will get there. So personally, I don't love to spend a lot of time down in the trenches. I do feel like it's very important to identify where the limiting beliefs are. And in my vision casting workshops, we do this. We look at the premise always, because you have to look at, if you're going to look at a big vision, you can look at that vision all day. But if you don't believe it, you cannot get there. The thing will never come into fruition. So you have to look at, what is it that is in your way? What is the ego saying, egoic mind? Like, what's coming up for you around that thing? Blast through those limiting beliefs. Then you can create the real juicy vision. Then the deeper why behind this vision, because that's going to anchor it in. And then you're going to take little bitty strategic steps towards that thing. While you're doing all of that, you are now in alignment with that thing you desire so that you can manifest it. So it can come in on your timeline even faster, because the things that you desire are already created. They are already out there on the timeline. It's just you're wobbly. You just aren't on the path. But the minute you lock in and you are on the path, those things will come in so freaking fast. So it's 2025. Are you going to have another year like you've always had? Or are you going to create a new, fresh chapter? This is your book, blank chapter. You get to write it. So who will you lock arms with this year? And what do you want? Think about it. Get clear. When you write down what you want, I want you to think about what is coming up. And I want you to feel deeply into what those things are that are coming up and ask yourself, do these things serve me? Whose are they? Are they mine to hold? Because you are infinite and you can clear and clean the slate. I don't like to spend a lot of time here. Like I said, it's this easy. You could spend so much time here going deep, 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 and you can be down in the darkness for a long time. Ain't got no time for that. We are off to the races. We're going to identify it. We're going to freaking blast it like the concrete blasters to go down to create the foundation before we build the house. Then we're going to build the house and we're going to decide and have fun and play with what rooms are going to go into the house and what do we want to fill the rooms with. And I want you to think of rooms in this house, like all of the categories in your life, your spiritual life, your family life, your love life, your health and fitness, your money, your career. All of the careers are all the different rooms and you get to build them out. And I would say, I'm going to leave you with this, is do this exercise. And when you get to there and you're building all of this out, identify like what is in your way. What are the things that you need to work on, in each room, if you will. And have fun and play because like life gets to be so freaking fun. And you don't have to feel so stuck when there are other women around you to love you and support you and lock arms with you. You do not need to feel stuck. So I hope that you are on YouTube just consuming amazing content and you are on social media only consuming amazing, positive content from creators that touch your heart space, that tell you you can do it. Turn on YouTube. There's so many, oh my gosh, amazing motivation, channels that just literally will inspire the shit out of you, really. And that will help you to start to move forward. Like get the juices going and bubble up. Like move the energy up. Because the collective consciousness, it's a raisin. I feel it this year. This year is going to be so freaking good, as every year is. It just gets better and better. And if it's not feeling that way for you, know that you're in control and know that you can change it. All right. A new chapter, write it, get clear, take your pen, even if you get stuck. I always say this to the women in my world, like if you get stuck, and a lot of women do, because when you are in your headspace and you are stuck up there, you don't have a creative ounce like in your body to move with because you're so up here, that I say, take the pen and start doodling. Doodle, write words, doodle hearts. Like when we were kids, you doodle on your notebook because you didn't want to listen to the teacher. Like doodling, it will help you drop into your heart space. But just start writing, start pouring out from your soul, start journaling, and start getting quiet and listening to your intuition, because your intuition will absolutely guide you to exactly where you are supposed to be this year. And it's only January, you guys. So it's time. All right. I will see you all on the next episode. This is my vlog, and I'm just coming in here with daily rants right now. So if you enjoyed this episode, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. I am going to be here every day, 365, because I am committed. And comment below if you have anything to say on this. What are you stuck? Are you writing a new chapter? Do you want to write a book this year? Like, what is on your mind and heart and soul? Let me hear it. All right, we'll see you next time.